Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Spring Farshik Kong master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this 5-minute talk today is on the cycle of vibrations. So if we think about springtime, moving into spring now, things are beginning to grow. That's one way of understanding things. But another vibrational way of understanding it through the eyes of like yin and yang. Now, for me to explain that concept, that's been on for thousands of years is disrespectful. So I apologize. But if you look at yin as spirit, and if you look at yang as form. And so the cycle of fall, winter, spring, and summer is a changing of the yin and the yang energy, spirit to form to spirit. So if you think of fall being a change from yang energy, form of the summer, into spirit energy. So the idea in fall is you're trying to harvest. You harvest the crops that you want. You harvest the good ideas that you want. So you're not going to keep rotten tomatoes. You're not going to keep rotten ideas. So you're going to take that into the winter time, the yin energy, in order to contemplate the good crops, the good ideas. So then all you do that. Then as you move into the springtime, now you want to reverse that. So you're moving from that yin spirit energy into the yang. And so the yang of the spring is, what kind of plants do you want to grow? What kind of projects do you want to have? What kind of emotions do you want to have in this springtime? What kind of spiritual, what kind of beliefs do you want to have? So all that is a spirit forming, the seeds growing, to move into the summer where everything comes into form. So the question to you in the springtime is really, what kind of ideas do you want to have now? What kind of emotions do you want to use? What kind of projects or what kind of gardens? Internal gardens, external gardens, whatever they would work for you. And really then, how do you nurture it? How do you, foster it? So here's an image for you. So I want you to go out and buy 3 plants. They could be just about like this tall. Bring them home, whether it's in your apartment or your home, and put them down someplace, where they maybe have sunlight or shade, whatever they need. 1, 1, 1. What I want you to do with this one that's on your right is I want you to water it well, love it well, talk to it every day. I love you so much, you're a wonderful plant. The one on my right, your left, is I want you to be mean to it. Stupid plant, no good, but how come you can't do this? Why aren't you growing taller and faster? What's happening? Make sure things are going on. Don't really love it at all. And now the one in the middle, I want you to love it a little bit, not like it, and neglect it, care for it. Forget to water it for a long time, and then come back and then water it. What's going to happen to these 3 plants over the course of time? The one on your left is not going to nurture very well, not grow very well, or perhaps will die. The one on my left, your right, will be nurtured, will be the love vibration. And then the plant in the middle, the balance between that nurturing, the loving, the not liking, that maybe a lot of people are more familiar with. Not a consistent love, not a consistent abusing or neglect either. But they might grow up a little bit twisted, a little bit deformed, a little bit whatever. So that's the question of how do you want to nourish your thoughts, nurture your emotions, nurture your spiritual development this spring as you move out of that yin spirit energy into the nurturing, into the form in the summertime when all these ideas and projects really take form. So Master Lin in his 5-element healing has this movement. This works on that liver energy. The liver is about cleansing. Spring is about cleansing from the past so that you have the clarity and everything's cleaned out, so you have the clarity of growing in the garden. The inner garden, the physical garden, the emotional garden, the spiritual garden. So naturally with this movement, you're saying what? What's the vibration of this cycle? I feel happy. The vibration of happy for the idea, happy for the thought, happy for the emotion, happy for the spiritual idea. Thank you for listening.